他是2024年中国接待的首位外国元首。就任总统后第一次国事访问，他就选择了中国。两国关系被提升为全面战略合作伙伴关系。他表示，两国人民都将获益匪浅，并相信两国友谊将向更坦诚、更长远、更崇高的方向发展下去。高端访谈专访马尔代夫总统穆伊兹，敬请收看。
关注国际焦点，洞察世界风云。大家好，欢迎收看本期高端访谈，我是王冠。上有万里晴空，下有缤纷珊瑚，这是大多数人对马尔代夫的第一印象。那可能很多人不知道，这个坐落在南亚的群岛国家，也是古代海上丝绸之路的重要中转站。10年前，习近平主席踏上这片土地，成为中马建交以来首位访问马尔代夫的中国国家主席。而10年后，马尔代夫总统穆伊兹的到来，让他成为2024年首位访华的外国元首，也开启了他就任总统以来对外国进行的首次国事访问。这次继往开来的历史性访问，为两国关系开启了怎样的新阶段？两国领导人讨论了哪些与民众息息相关的问题？对于普通人来说，未来去马尔代夫会更加便捷吗？两国的经贸合作会更加密切吗？让我们一起在对话中寻找答案。Your Excellency, President Muiz, thank you so much for coming on our program, The Leaders Talk. It's an honor.
Thank you very much for having me in this program.
Your decision to pick China as the first destination of your foreign state visit since assuming office last November was extraordinary, however you look at it. You know, becoming the first Maldivian president in recent history to do so. Why China?
Thank you very much for this excellent question. I mean, many people are asking me this, and I would like to say, first of all, I'm very honored and thankful to President Xi Jinping for inviting me as the first head of state to visit China in this 2024. It shows great cooperation and friendship that we have between our two countries. And for me, this is, as you rightly mentioned, my first state visit since taking office in November last year. And to come to China as my first destination as the state, on a state visit gives me great pleasure and honor. And I'm really thankful for the Chinese president and the government.
What do you think have come out of this state visit?
Well, the Maldives has always been very much thankful for the assistance we have received from the Chinese government for many years. We have a long way back going in our friendship between the two countries, actually centuries since the old Silk Road. And since the establishment of diplomatic ties between the two countries in 1972, the Maldives have got a lot of assistance from Chinese government. And I would like to say that since 10 years ago, when President Xi Jinping embarked on the Belt and Road Initiative, the level of assistance and cooperation between the two countries have gone to a new level. And in this visit, that cooperation between the two countries have been elevated to a strategic partnership between the two countries, which was cemented into an action plan, 5-year action plan that we signed yesterday.
What do you think this new elevation will mean to average people living in both countries?
Well, for both countries, it means that we will be enjoying a greater level of cooperation in many fronts, economic cooperation as well, and people-to-people exchange. And it will be beneficial for both countries because we both enjoy the principles of respecting each other, mutual respect for both countries. We have the principle of honoring the sovereignty of each country regardless of the size of the country, non-interference in internal matters. And that is a the role model for any country to have a foreign relationship. And that's the reason why we are so thankful for the good relationship we have with China, and the people of China and the people of Maldives will greatly benefit from this elevation to the strategic partnership level. And it was shown by the extraordinary level of number of agreements and memoranda of understanding.
Something like 20 agreements, right?
Yeah, 20 MOUs were signed yesterday. And it varies from economic cooperation to various health-related, infrastructure-related, housing, and so on. So it's a wide-ranging areas of cooperation that we have signed yesterday, and it's going to benefit both countries.
I was told by some Maldivian friend of mine of a Maldivian proverb in your local language. If the foundation is not right, the building won't be either. How you feel about this reflecting our relations? We're on solid footing, no?
Well, definitely the foundation of the friendship between China and Maldives is definitely straight. No problems with that. It is based on mutual friendship and mutual trust between the two countries. We believe in the principle of equality between the two countries, irrespective of the size.
Small but beautiful.
So it's a very strong foundation laid on very sound principles. So I'm definitely sure it will go up straight, very far, very high up.
马尔代夫位于亚洲南部，由26组自然环礁、1192个珊瑚岛组成。从高空俯瞰，大大小小的岛屿星罗棋布地分布着，让马尔代夫成为印度洋上一串洒落的珍珠。这里阳光充足，海洋生物种类繁多，珊瑚围绕，是许多人心向往之的度假胜地。2023年11月，穆伊兹就任马尔代夫总统，成为带领这个海岛国家前行的人。穆伊兹是一名土木工程专业的博士。在就任总统前，这位工科学霸曾担任过马尔代夫住房和基础设施建设部长和首都马累市市长。他曾协调管理了多项基础设施的建设，这其中就包括了中马两国共建“一带一路”最具标志性的建筑中马友谊大桥，以及葫芦马累保障房国际机场改扩建等。此次访华的首站，穆伊兹选择了福建省，在那里，他考察厦门自贸片区，俯瞰繁忙的东渡港区、厦门国际邮轮码头和厦门海上世界，还在福州出席了2024投资马尔代夫商务论坛。
You've toured around so many Chinese cities. You started off not from Beijing or Shanghai, but you started off rather from the southern Chinese city of Fujian, Xiamen. Why did you pick that region?
Xiamen and Fuzhou are in the Fujian province, and one of the main reasons why I went there was that President Xi Jinping, during his past services, he worked more than 17 years in that province, and the development that we see there from his personal contribution to the development of the province, Xiamen and Fuzhou, and the other areas of this province. So that's one of the main reasons I wanted to see the development by myself, and also for us, the free trade zone and those areas, the developments that we see, fish processing factories and so on, are very much similar to what we want to do, what we have in the Maldives, and the way we want to develop our economic sector. So to go and experience them, to learn from what was built already, to learn from the developers of these areas, and to exchange ideas. I think those were the main reasons why I wanted to be there. And I think his visionary leadership is manifest in these areas.
How do you like the Chinese president, President Xi? What do you see him as a person and as a leader?
I think he's a very charismatic leader who loves the people of his country, and he has looked after them, put them at the front, run the country in a people-centered manner. The way the economy of the country has risen up is remarkable under his leadership. So as a person and as a leader, he's been truly remarkable.
Any interesting discussions between you and him during the visit?
Well, I just would like to say that the two countries are going to enjoy a unique friendship based on mutual respect to each other, and keeping the sovereignty and integrity of the two countries intact, and respecting each other's interests. And the Chinese president is very much supportive of the Maldivian cause and its development, and he expressed his fullest support to help the Maldives achieve its goals and go forward. Well, the most striking, the most important thing is the friendship and the cooperation, the closeness of President Xi Jinping. And all in all, it's been a very remarkable and unforgettable trip.
And you took time off visiting an exhibition about the Communist Party of China?
Yes, the experience of the visit was excellent. The level of struggle that CPC and its leadership, the people went through from the beginning, and the way the country was formed, the liberation, the long march, and so on. Everything you learn from the museum, from the exhibition, and the way it was displayed. Some of them were through a lot of modern technology to show how very vividly the message. So yes, it was a very good experience.
What kind of a country? China's global role is an issue that is grabbing international headlines. Here in China, we believe that, of course, we're a force for good, a creator of public good, a defender of global equality. All these values are encapsulated by, as you probably know, China's global initiatives on security, development, and civilizations that you said you would endorse. What kind of country it is and what those Chinese initiatives encapsulate of the Chinese foreign policy philosophy?
The initiatives you just mentioned are very important, and the Maldives fully endorse them. And it's going to be, very beneficial for mankind, for the whole world, and the leadership China is showing in these initiatives and beyond is very important for all the countries across the world.
Talk about the global geopolitical order. We've been used to the Western schools of thinking, realism, liberalism, as the governing philosophy of the world. China, of course, proposed, this win-win future, building a shared future, inclusive, marked by equity, expanding common denominators. Do you believe the Chinese approach is emerging as a viable option forward for the world?
Of course, definitely. And I think it will have a very big breakthrough, and I think it will win over most of them.
溜山自西兰山别罗里南去，顺风7昼夜可至；自苏门答腊过小帽山西南行，10昼夜可至。这是明史中对马尔代夫的记载。古代海上丝绸之路早早地将中国和马尔代夫两国人民联系在一起。在马尔代夫国家博物馆中珍藏的来自中国的文物，用他们古老沧桑的目光，见证着两国的发展变迁与友谊沉淀。几百年的时间过去了，马尔代夫成为率先参与共建“一带一路”倡议的国家之一，也是最早从中受益的国家。 由于自然环境的原因，马尔代夫的岛屿之间没有铁路和公路连接，之前也没有一座跨海大桥，当地人只能靠小船、飞机往来于岛屿之间。1个世纪以来，马尔代夫人一直梦想着修建一座连接岛屿的大桥，这个梦想在中国的帮助下终于实现了。2018年7月9日，由中国援建的中马友谊大桥合龙贯通，马累与机场岛之间被大桥连通，马尔代夫人终于结束了漫长的等待。
This truly, historic. It's not only just a landing; it's a bridge for the future of the Maldives.
There are so many projects encapsulating Chinese-Maldives friendship over the years and decades. For example, the China-Maldives Friendship Bridge, Sanamali Bridge, right? You have called it, Mr. President, quote unquote, the most iconic and transformational project in your country.
Yes, that's true.
Why did you say that?
If you go to the Maldives, you will see that most of the population is concentrated in the capital Male region. If you combine all the islands near Male city, the greater Male region, it's housing more than half of the population. And the way people were traveling between the islands, especially during the stormy weather, when it's raining and so on, when it was windy, it was really difficult. And development of these islands, especially the artificial island of Male, was stagnated because of this difficulty in traveling. And for the more than half of the population, connectivity between these islands through the international airport was crucial. So that was the key infrastructure development project, and it was done through the Belt and Road Initiative, and initiated by President Xi Jinping in his historic and landmark visit to the Maldives 10 years ago. And it's a symbol of the everlasting friendship we have between the two countries. And since it was built, it has changed the lives of thousands and thousands of people, and the economic development that it has brought to the region. It's wonderful, and it has changed the lives of so many people, and that's the main reason it is the most iconic development project so far.
Mr. President, you hold bachelor's and master's degrees in structural engineering.
Yes.
Correct? And then also a PhD in civil engineering. So really, if you don't mind, talk to us about this, the details, the engineering aspect of pulling this off, building the bridge in just 13 months.
Yes. Well, I was the Minister of Housing and Infrastructure during the time this project was carried out, and I was in charge of the whole project from the beginning to the end. And both as the minister and as a professional engineer, I was very much personally involved in making sure the quality of the project and the speed of delivery was kept at the highest level. For example, the geological features of the ground underneath, across the two islands of Ulule and Male, was very, very unique. And actually, the engineers who were designing this project didn't expect some of these challenges that came about. There were so many cavities, so many air bubbles that they have to drill through. The deepest pile had to go 110 meters below the ground level, underwater. Wow. The water depth at that area was about 45 meters, so you're talking about more than 150 meters of a long, deep pile holding up the bridge at the very center. Just one example of the challenges. The challenge that we had was that it was connecting to the airport, the international airport, and as you may know, we have a height restriction that we cannot cross because it was just next to the landing path of all the airplanes. So we cannot have any pillars going up. So everything had to be level field, and to match that challenge and to cross the gap between the two islands, I think maybe in many ways, engineering-wise, it was perhaps one of the most challenging engineering bridges that was built, and definitely across the sea and in the Indian Ocean. I think that's the unique project.
You know what, Mr. President, when people think of the Maldives, they think of the turquoise waters, a tourist destination, and they might also want to know that it is actually one of the key transit places of the ancient maritime Silk Road.
Yes.
How would you reflect on that episode, and also now looking at the Belt and Road Initiative, of which your country is a key partner of China?
Well, the old maritime Silk Road, and it is the same, I think, right now. We play a key role in, the development of the region, and also for the global development from east to west. We are in a strategic location, and we can play a big part. And we were one of the first countries to sign up to the Belt and Road Initiative. I was privileged to be the first governor from Maldives to the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. The infrastructure development projects, especially the bridge project and the social housing development projects and so on, are very much important for the Maldives.
Yeah, I'm really curious about what kind of country do you want Maldives to be known in the world during your tenure. Also, you said many times that you want to bring in a new era of development for Maldives. What kind of country are you leading your country?
Well, we want the Maldives to be forward-looking, modern, and our people to be, able to live up to the expectations, to be economically empowered, our country to be peaceful, and to be able to live together with the rest of the world as a developed country.
Let's talk about the issue of climate change, Mr. President. Maldives is one of the lowest lying countries in the world, correct?
Yes, it is.
80% of the country, last time I checked, was less than 1 meter in altitude. In 30 years, some estimates say that 80% of your country might be submerged or became inhospitable for humans. What does climate change mean to you and to your people?
Well, climate change is real, and we are not denying any of it. But the most important thing is to have proper adaptation measures that we carry out in our development. And that's the key for our country, I think. And for example, during the last COP28 summit, I went there into Dubai, and
watch your speech.
I announced that we would like to plant 5 million trees across the country. For example, about the new reclamation project in that 1,100 hectares, we are reclaiming it as a safe island that is going to be at 3 meters above sea level. There will be a lot of trees. It's going to be a very green city. So across the country, 5 million trees in 5 years, and 33% target of cutting down on fuel consumption to change into renewable energy. So these kind of adaptation measures are very important. Climate change is real, but the important thing is how to live together, how to adapt to these climate issues.
Talking about the fact that you want your country's electricity, some 33% of them, to be powered by green energy sources. We know that Maldives have rich solar and potentially wind sources, and China have been a leading manufacturer of solar panels and wind turbines. Do you see prospects of working closer with China in a green transition?
Definitely, I see that, and I think there are many Chinese companies who are already carrying out mega renewable energy projects in other parts of the world, and we are opening options for investing in renewable energy in the Maldives.
Can we talk about tourism? That is one
Definitely.
of the most popular topics that concerns many Chinese. When I solicited questions online saying that we're going to have this chance to interview the president of the Maldives, one friend asks, will there be more direct flights from more Chinese cities to Maldives with more frequency? And if so, when can we expect it?
Well, definitely tourism in the Maldives is the key sector for the income of the country, and Chinese tourists have been the number one for the past many years before the COVID pandemic. And last year the numbers have started to go up. The number of arrivals are going up very fast now, and I'm very confident that this year it will go beyond the pre-COVID number of arrivals that we had. And we want to increase the number of destinations we fly directly, increase the air corridors we have at the moment, and also even increase the number of chartered flights we have to different destinations of China. And definitely we want to make Maldives as the preferred destination for the Chinese tourists.
And then some others asked this question: what are the must-go places and must-do things in the Maldives? What made Maldives stand out from the rest of the beach destinations?
Well, I think the beaches, it's white, pristine white sandy beaches, and also the waters. I think every tourist who visits the Maldives will say the waters are very clean, and the underwater beauty is magnificent. I think the natural beauty of the islands, the beaches and the waters, are what strikes the most for all the tourists.
What about the hospitality, the people there?
Of course, I think everyone agrees on that. The Maldivian hospitality is unique, and everyone talks about it, and that's one of the other reasons why most of the tourists are repeat customers who come back many times.
在刚刚的采访中，合作与发展成为贯穿始终的关键词，也成为中马携手共进的基础。就像我们在采访中说到的那样，只有把地基打好了，中马关系这座摩天大楼才能经久矗立，越盖越高。好，感谢您收看本期高端访谈，我是王冠，我们下期再会。